Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
You're all welcome. This is Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner, and it's our usual Saturday Facebook Live. We come on 2 times in a month, and it's my unapologetic series that we are doing. And so it's based on my fifth book, My Unapologetic Self, a guide to being real and living life on my own terms. What do we mean by that? Well, we grew up a certain way. When you grow up, you have to strip, yourself bare and figure out who you really are. And so we're talking today about values. So we grew up with particular values. And so the question we're asking is, are values enhancing or inhibiting our lives? We will start by just doing a broad overview of what values are, how important they are, and then we'll zoom into some specifics. So yeah, I'm going to go share and you can chat a bit and we can. Yeah, is only on here for a little bit today. So she's at work, but she, she has been gracious enough to come on. Yeah, so over to you.
All
Thank you.
right, all right, all right. Hello everyone. Welcome once again. And yes, I'm working today, so I just took my break, and I have to, manipulate it somehow.
Make sure you eat. Oh.
Yes, yes, I'm eating. Yeah, so I'll be here for about 10 minutes, and then yeah. But yeah, I'm glad to talk about these values are really important. So I didn't want to miss this one. And
Mhm.
I'll for sure come back and watch because I would like to know what you guys think about, values, and then the two that um, Auntie has also chosen. Sorry about that. There was a call that had in. I'm using my phone, so
Oh, okay,
that
sure.
went off. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, I should have changed my YouTube picture to my book picture cover.
Well,
So anyway, so Antia.
okay. So I'm done sharing. So we'll start. Basically, for me, how I look at it is we're talking about, my unapologetic self. We grew up with certain values, very good values, I'd say,
Yes.
and some that are not so good. So when you are an adult, you have to look at how you want to live. So you let go of the bad ones and then you pick up some new ones to add to the good ones you were raised with. Because I believe that there's good in every society. But what I've found is that where we come from, our community, we are not very critical in looking at the bad aspects of our community. And so we tend to think that we are the best. And a lot of times you hear people slamming diaspora values. But I beg to differ. There's good values here that I have picked up. So it's not always like we have to be realistic. Are you going to stay in some of the, excuse me to say, cave man mentality values, or are you going to come forward into the 21st century, right?
Yeah.
So when we say values, yeah, what do you think values are?
Uh, Values are what um, I would say values are life's manual because they are the things that um, make us act a certain way. Like whatever
Hmm.
we do or however we act is based
Hmm.
on our values. And
Yes.
even taking up a certain job,
Hmm.
some would not, based on their values, they would not do certain jobs or,
True.
so values direct us. They are our beliefs, and
Hmm.
they motivate us to do um, whatever. And I think also it carves our behavior because
Hmm.
yeah, because when you have a certain values, my favorite example is, you know, my aversion to tardiness. Like That's
Exactly.
yeah, punctuality is really important to me. So
Hmm.
I will get mad, whereas somebody else would not get mad. So
They'll
it
laugh it off and say it's
yes.
African
So
time.
yeah, based on your value, you act or react um, in a way.
Hmm.
So living without values is like a machine without a manual. It's I don't know.
Yeah,
It
a
has no direct.
rudderless ship.
Yes, yes, yeah,
So yeah, you're right. Like, the things that you believe are important in the
yeah,
way you live and how you work, right? And then it values also determine your priorities in life, actually.
yeah.
When we say something is valuable, we mean that it's worth something. Like, we view values as precious, right? And we are willing to fight for it.
Hmm.
Like you saying that you don't like tardiness, so you stand by it no matter what. So somehow, like this week, I had a video on convictions, right?
Hmm.
And it's almost like like the values you hold dear, like you stand by your convictions. I believe that you have to be honest, or you have to be loyal to your friends.
Yes.
So I mean, loyal to a point. If they are not loyal back, then you need to re-examine the dynamic, right, and make a
Yeah.
shift. Yeah. So okay. So then, why are values important?
I'm sorry, I just put something in my mouth, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Let me
Um,
carry on then. You can come in. So you see, it values, like I was saying before, it helps us live with purpose and direction. It's like a guiding compass, right? And also, our values show us a path forward. Sometimes, you are living life, and you have some goal you want to meet, and your values guide how you get to that place, and you find out that maybe you're a little stuck. So when if you because you have a value system, you review, right, and then you reset, and then you move forward. So they always provide a path forward. Also, values helps us make better choices, because if you know that you're an honest person, and maybe you did something that you don't feel so good about, and it's against your norm, you figure yourself out and make a decision that no, this won't happen again. I'm going to be better. And also, values are intimately linked to our sense of self, and it's even essential for your mental health. So, yeah, you can come in if you've finished chewing.
I'm done. Yeah, but
Okay.
if you've touched on all that I had in mind, um,
Hmm.
yeah, they do. They are very important. Else, then you become wishy washy wherever
Hmm.
goes you go,
Yeah.
and it also makes you not to live with integrity, which we'll talk about later, because
Yeah, that is true.
you don't have any solid thing moving you, or you're I don't want to say not predictable, but you're not stable. Like you can't be dependent.
You're flimsy, floozy.
Yeah. So even career wise, if you don't have values, you suffer because you don't get respect.
Hmm.
Because I see people who tend to say yes to everything, and
Yes.
in the end, your boss would not respect you.
Hmm.
So yeah, in every aspect, whether be the social, even at home, your children are looking at you, they see it. You're not constant, you're not constant with whatever you say.
Hmm.
Say you're for this, tomorrow you're for that.
Hmm.
When you talk, there's no substance to it, and you see it.
Hmm.
Some kids would not listen to their parents, but they will listen to somebody else
Hmm.
because they can't trust your word. So yeah, I think it's very important in every aspect, and and
Okay.
and I wish that the church will have better specific values for us to follow than the hypocritical ones that they have,
Mhm.
because there's no real, like, it's just it's more judgmental than what to build
Mhm.
you as a person.
Yeah,
No. So
they forget the compassionate aspects of life,
Yes.
And the rules are the rules, or the values, that the biblical values that we live by,
Mhm.
but you have to temper it with compassion. Not, Jesus wasn't judging people. I mean, there were times he
At
was
all.
angry, but look at the kind of people that he associated with. He had to get there to bring them to himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we feel holier than thou, and we are standing in judgment on people who are just like us,
Yes.
and we choose what we want to judge.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
They are not taught as values, things that I don't know. I don't know how to put it, but they they are they are taught as rules, kind of,
yeah,
but not values that you have to hold dear, and
hmm,
the importance of it and
yeah,
all that. It's more, don't wear short skirts and stuff, that we
yes,
focus on. You know.
yeah. I was going to give a classic example. I was on a platform this week, and they were having a very sensitive discussion of a man whose male organs are not that, you know
Not working properly.
not developed properly. And
Oh.
he was in contact with a lady from back home, renting a place for her for whatever. And then he helped bring her over. And then the lady realizes this problem. So they're asking, what is the way forward? The lady feels that she can repay him and go on with her life because she didn't know. The guy was giving her some options that she couldn't consider as a believer, you know. Then people were saying, "Oh, maybe help him go to the doctor, and a urologist can fix it, this and that." And then the question that I was saying is that no, my comment was no. The thing is that he was not honest with her from the start. So why
Yes.
should she make that sacrifice? But nobody was going about that part. It's all about her sacrificing herself for him. And I'm thinking, why do we pick one and not the other?
Yes. All the
It's
time.
it's all the same. The foundation is broken. He was not honest.
Because he
So,
might have decided not to come or not to
yeah,
do it. Yeah.
yes. And that these things we're talking about values. The example that I just gave, there's so many of them going on around because of our value system being warped.
Mhm.
Right. So I'll go to Yao and let me know when you have to
I
drop it.
I
So I
I
do.
I'm going back. I was just
Okay.
about to tell you that I'm going back.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming on. So
Okay.
I'll continue steering the boat.
All right.
Okay,
Bye.
take care. Bye.
Bye.
So continuing on, we're going to look at categories of values. Okay, let's see who's here. Hello, Sister Ajua. I hope that you are fine. Sister Ya is at work, so she just came in on her break, so she's dropped off. So we've been talking about, it's my unapologetic series. We've been talking of our values enhancing or inhibiting our lives. So before we go deep into that, we've talked about what values are, why are they important in life, and so I'm going to speak about categories. And so the categories that we have, there's personal values that people exhibit in their lives, like creativity, friendship, humility, integrity, compassion, and selflessness. That's one aspect, personal values. And then we have relationship values, how you relate to others in life. They could be your friends, your peers, spouse, colleagues, what have you. So those values are like trust, generosity, empathy, communication. Communication is a big one for us. And of course, we have societal values, how an individual or organization relates to society. So we have values like accountability, environmental awareness, fairness, dignity, individual rights, also community and social responsibility. Do we know that? Anyway, just those are just some questions. The fourth one is organizational values. Now, these values, it helps the organization with its purpose. It helps it to manage employees, right? And also customers effectively. So values like teamwork, productivity, innovation, volunteerism, passion. I remember in one of our last discussions, we were talking about patriotism, like some of the things I've mentioned here. We don't know, we are not taught to embrace those kinds of values. And now I hesitate to make this guess that is it because of the poverty that we develop this poverty mindset, so we become very stingy, and we're all just about, survival of the fittest, basically. So me first, and so we overlook some of these values. So I'll go on to, this topic could be extensive if we decided to go into all these aspects. So I'm just going to give some examples of values, and then I'll take the two for today that we're going to discuss. So examples of values are loyalty. Yeah, I had something on my something on my platform today, like, what do you bring to a friendship? I forget what my question was, but for me, I said loyalty is a big one for me. Yeah. Sister Ajua says, many lose sight of their values due to selfish interest, greed, jealousy, and enviousness. Thank you. Hello, Sister Mary, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So examples of values are loyalty, humility, spirituality, compassion, honesty, kindness, integrity, selflessness, determination, generosity, courage, tolerance, trustworthiness, what is this word? Equanimity. I have to go and find a dictionary. Appreciation, altruism, empathy, toughness, self-reliance, attentiveness. So, like I said, we're not going to go through all of them, but what I think I'll do is that I'll just spend some time going over a few of them. Like for us, I'm realizing we're going to go into loyalty, so I won't talk about that too much. But when we say humility, it's something that is really fostered in our environment because of the biblical principles with which we were raised. It's the Bible and also the culture. And you hear a lot of things like, oh, humble yourself, or Barbara, who said this and that. But I beg to come at it from the other side. Humility is a good thing. In fact, last week, I had a video out that I was talking about that. Do you have a teachable spirit? I'm very big on being self-confident because you are your own person. You are created, you've come on this earth to live a purpose. So you need to feel comfortable with who you are. You need to understand self-acceptance is very important. You need to own yourself, flaws and all. And so when that comes into, and then there's the other aspect of it that, like for me, at my age right now, I'm willing to listen to people because you learn from people every day. But what I've noticed is with our younger generation coming up, they are built on, oh, I know what I'm about, you can't tell me anything. And then that's it. They are not willing to learn. So it's called having a teachable spirit. Like humility should not mean that laying down for everybody to walk all over you. And then when you dare to speak up, and then they rise up against you and say, oh, I thought you were a believer. How are you behaving like this? But they don't look at their own behaviors of how they are trying to use you. So humility, we have to put it in perspective. Everybody, like, there's only so much humility. Like, it should lead you, it should guide you. It should be a guiding principle in your life. But I am not sitting on this platform advocating that humility means that because you are a Christian, or even if you are not, the culture tells you be humble, and so you have to allow everybody to walk all over you. No, you lose your self-respect. I'm not advocating for that. I'm just saying that you should be self-confident, carry yourself with grace, speak up for yourself. When people do things and you don't like it, you have to let them know, albeit in a very civil and cordial manner. That is being humble. The other side of it, the arrogance where people You can't tell them anything, this and that. We're not for that. Be humble. It can be in a work situation, it can be in a relationship situation, but don't allow anybody to be walking all over you. So when we are teaching these values to the younger generation, we have to teach it in perspective. Don't tell your child that they should be humble and then they are watching you and how you are behaving, and then they go out and they get the same results and they are not happy with themselves. It's a tragedy. And of course, the spirituality, I won't get too much into that. Compassion. Compassion is, you know, there's a difference between compassion and empathy, but I'm not in front of my dictionary to explain it so effectively. But compassion is even feeling for people, feeling for people. It does not mean allowing yourself to be abused, and because people take advantage of compassionate or empathic people. But what I'm seeing is that we have become so callous. Again, I go back to, is it the environment, the harshness? Everybody is suffering, so it's become dog eat dog. And so we just chew each other up and spit each other out. How is all this helping you to be your unapologetic self? You are cheating people, you are being, you know, and even you hear a lot of it on social media. People are cheating people. You don't love the person, but because they are bringing you to a brochure, you get into it, and then you come, and then you boom, you want to be off on your merry way. One question, there was something on a platform that somebody had just come to America and they're asking how quickly they can get their papers. And everybody started writing, oh, this person must want to run. They have a bad motive. Are they planning to run away from the person who brought them? So why are we going through life using people? No compassion. We become so heartless, so callous that we are willing to use people to get what we want. But later on, something may happen. Karma is real, really. We do a lot of things in our life, in our youth, that we don't think about, that we pay for later. So for me, like compassion as a human being, you need to feel for others. It's so important, but collectively, we've become a society of users and abusers, it would seem. There's so good people, don't get me wrong, but the stories that you hear are just unbelievable. And of course, when we talk of honesty, try going to give, try sending money for a project back home, and you're calling the person for reports. They'll even act like entitled, like you owe them. They are not honest enough. If they go buy, say, the bags of cement or whatever, and it's maybe, who knows, 10,000 Ghana cedis, they'll come and tell you it's 20 so that they get their cut off the top. So, we don't. I can't even begin to explain myself. We are not very honest that way. Somehow, even when you are, people take you as a fool. Mr. Johnson SMP. So I'll move from there to kindness. As for kindness, do you know where I see it? When somebody is going through something very traumatic, watch the reactions of people. Oh, so this small thing, and you are making noise like that. As for me, I went through it, it doesn't matter. No, that person at that moment in time is in pain. All they need is a little kindness, a little compassion. Give them something to go, give them some hope, right? Something to look forward to. But when we crush them and make these demeaning comments, oh, I suffered, especially older women. Oh, I went through that in marriage. What are you talking about? It's the same. Just stay there. And then we say it and we are done. At the risk, it's risky talk because that person could really be going through something critical, and that is what you offer them. How will you feel if you hear something had happened to them? It's so dangerous. Yeah. So, of course, I'll leave integrity alone. Selflessness, determination. It's, you know, um, Determination, I'm not sure what it is that we give up so easily. Hey, Eka, Eka Dena and Kama Messi show, no? Okay, Tony, glad you are here. Sister Joa says some people see kindness as a weakness and take advantage of their good heart. Thank you. You've summarized, you've said it well for me. Yes, they take advantage of it, and then you ask yourself why. So it's forcing a lot of people to become harsh, very cold, very impersonal. You see, it's a fine line, really. It's a fine line because these days, the quote unquote wicked people are closing the doors for the genuine ones who actually and sincerely need help. So, I was talking about determination. It's something that is very lacking with us. I don't know, we are so laid back and so entitled. I gave the example a few videos ago of somebody who had given money to a person to open up a business or do something for themselves, and they are sitting there waiting for that individual who sent them the money to tell them what to do. It means that they do not have the push, they do not have the verb, the wherewithal to push themselves in life. You can't give up. You can't. You can't give up. It's like you have to keep going. You have to just keep going. Like you have to, determination is like persistence. You determine that you will go. I'll give you my experience. I've been on social media for a while. We're all here. When you put videos out, very few people, Micro 4, will come and comment on your video. Then you find yourself in other groups and they are just talking back and forth. You look and somebody's written something, oh wow, conversation piece, and you start chatting with the person. It's called collaboration, it's called interaction. It was very, very difficult. I'm like, okay, in the beginning when I started, what is going on? Why are people like that? We're all about ourselves. Oh, minkwa pese minkuminya. Let me be the only one to do well. Nobody else can do well. And then they won't even patronize what you are doing. Meanwhile, they watch you in the background, and then later you hear them making a comment and you go, oh, okay, that's weird. I don't see this person on my page, but they are saying this. What is that all about, right? But I kept telling myself I won't give up. I found ideas of what to do, I won't give up. I'll keep pushing, I'll keep pushing. Every so often, amongst the groups I am, I'll see a thing from Facebook. It says, oh, rising something, something in the 1%. Yesterday, I went to look, lo and behold, it says, oh, because I've had so many things happen too. Sometimes you get shadow banned when somebody comes to make too many comments on all your posts, or maybe you're also following too many people. So your numbers go down and you tell yourself, what is going on? What is going on? Yesterday, I looked and it says, oh, Auntie Yaa'S book corner is in the top 5%. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, cool. I was happy with that because it told me that my determination has paid off. I've told myself I won't stop. Like, okay, I do videos every day, as I'm saying, short videos. Last Sunday, it takes me only half an hour to get 5 videos done. So it's not like it takes much for me. So I tell myself, oh, I only do 3 a week, and I stop. I still find myself doing the 5. It's determination. You have to push yourself. Tony says, because today being generous and kind to people has become something else. After you help some people, they won't to me in fact, nipa, they won't to me in fact, nipa na. Non and non na nipa de beyo because they think we're Jimmy or Dan, but nyamesumunti. It's true. It is so true. We are so sly, so sneaky. Hello, Nanako say, how are you? Long time. I hope you had a good summer. Well, we're heading into the fall, eh? And Sister Joa says there are so many certain condition problems that if we do not take care of ourselves, we'll spend our whole lives on unnecessary things. That is so true. What you have said just right there. There's this young man on TikTok. I think he's in Britain. His name is Solomon. Every time he comes on, he's advising people on things to do in Britain, the experiences that he's had. And he talks a lot of sense and people appreciate it. So what you've put here, Sister Ajua, like somebody listening to him over there, so, oh, okay, stop fooling around. He said when he was in Ghana, every time the money he gets, they are sitting at beer joints, chopping drinks, doing this, girls fighting over him, and he was so happy. Obedu, when he got to Britain and he realized the life, he goes, my goodness, I was being foolish over there. So he's advising people, save money, save money. That is the type of thing that we need. But when you do those kinds of programs, as in here, nobody will come and watch. But when there's beef matters, oh, you see 1.5K. So I ask myself, as a people, is that all we are predisposed to doing? Or you hear men and women sitting on platforms, oh, Obadia says, say, oh, Bema this, talking about bedroom matters, sex, this and that. Do you know a video I saw this week? In Israel, machines are creating steaks and all that. So I'm asking myself, people are in other places using their mind for innovative things, and we are sitting there talking about the basic things in life. Did we go or did we come? Translate it into tree. So determination is something that it has to come. The example that I gave about myself, I said, I don't give up. I don't. You can tell me anything. I'm not saying that I don't get down, but you see, it's not the going down. As for down, we can all go there and stay there. It's your recovery. Do you have a process or do you have a mechanism for you that you know when you are spiraling down and how to bring yourself up? That makes the difference. Don't let defeat just push you down. I did a short video this morning for next week. Watch out for it. I'm talking about failure. It's like you fail 1, 2 times and you give up. Your life is over. Or there was something I posted yesterday by Benjamin Franklin. It said people die at 25, but they get buried at 75. You get what I'm saying? They are walking through life. They're walking dead. Live, live. Sister Ajua's comment, like, where is it? About focusing on unnecessary things so will spend your life. Don't waste your life. Don't die. People say all kinds of negative things. Oh, I'm going to be 30. My life is over. Really? So determination is key. And also courage. I'll talk about courage. Our community, courage. People who are courageous, they are slammed. They are ostracized. When I mean courage, a person who knows what they are about, they are bold enough to go after it. When they see wrongdoing, they speak up about it. Yeah. And the series, by the way, is my unapologetic self. The way we were raised. When you grow up, you have to deprogram yourself and come up with your own values. So if the system has made you so timid, are you going to live the rest of your life that way? Or you are going to stand up and speak up for something? Courage. The courage to push. Oh, go to that office. Go online and do this. Oh, I'm afraid I can't do it. Hey, maybe they won't even look at my application. Oh, because we don't have the confidence, the determination, we don't follow up on things that we should follow up on. And so then we are stuck in one box for time immemorial, and your life is ticking by, just ticking by. Yeah. And also, trustworthiness. Who can you trust these days? We're in the days of you're talking to people and they are recording you. Tony says, "There could be into me, it's in his mind that since he or she couldn't do it, no there, obi into me. If someone tries to do what he couldn't, a bamboo nsem kwa na obeka to the person chasing his or her dreams. No, when I can't say, You see how it is? We are so programmed so negatively. You do something and the results or what you hear from people is enough to deflate you. But I said to myself, thankfully, I don't listen to anybody. If you say it, well, It may hurt me, but I'm not going to sit and wallow in it. I'll keep moving. Mhm. I'll keep moving. Because, like I was saying, it's not easy to be sitting on social media being a content creator. So, for somebody to say, oh, you're in the top 5%, go, oh, okay, they are noticing your efforts. Good. Carry on, Koda. It's little things that we have to encourage ourselves with, because if you're just going to sit down and wait for the big one, it takes little drops of water fell great oaks. That's one quote I learned in my childhood. And or in Chi will say, Yankotoa, now you can't come from an upright position and fall flat to lie down. Everything takes steps, but today we don't have the patience to wait on anything. So we are doing untrustworthy things, cutting corners. You can't trust people, they'll cheat you right now, you know, and they are recording you just to somebody is friends with you. You think they are friends with you. As soon as something happens, oh, your deepest secrets, you see them fighting and spilling it all. So hey, you don't tell everybody your secrets. For me, even I say, I had this wicked person that I thought was my friend, a so-called friend. And I said, well, if you know all my secrets, the last secret you know is all that you have. Going forward, you don't know anything else. Yeah. So we'll go to appreciation. Appreciation, you know what? I call us a shaming culture. We are people that we just talk of negative. The negative things that you do, things you don't do well, people harp and focus on it. But when you do good, they don't know how to say, oh, great job. Oh, this. Oh, wow, that's great. Congratulations, this and that. No, we don't appreciate people enough. We don't appreciate our own. Mhm. When one is programmed wrongly and refuses to learn better coping skills to grow, yeah, we don't know how to say thank you. We don't know how to be happy for people. Oh, that person, oh, great. You know, it's a fine art, something that you have to cultivate, learning to be happy for people. I've said that when I see anything, Kobe Bini doing anything, oh, wow, that's awesome. Look at them. You know, what does it take to praise somebody or to appreciate somebody? But no, we won't do it because we are all about it has to be me or it's nobody else. Yeah. So I have said a lot. Tolerance, I won't even go there, especially in Nyamesem no. You know, and toughness. We give up too easily. We give up too easily. Yeah. A lot of times, even outsiders will come and say that they come to create businesses to give jobs in the society, and people's attitudes are so lackadaisical. They don't want to work hard, you know, like you just waste money. Some people are building houses for others because of some 3-second voice message. People will blackmail you to see nowadays when sending just a voice message to them, add them and truthfulness. Yeah, like you tend to wonder, but it's we're in very interesting times. It's so sad to watch, but we're talking about all these values, right? Yeah. Self-reliance, I won't even go there. Look, despite what we are saying, there are still people who are pushing in the system. They are, so we'll give them that credit, but it's very minimal. Yeah. Self reliance is like, I can do this. Let me push. Let me find a new way. Being resourceful. Uh-huh. Maybe you don't have a job, but you have a particular skill. What can you do? Is there somebody that you can approach to help you with finance? Obviously, you can go to a bank, but I'm saying there may be people, mentors, or people who've done it before, somebody to talk to help you start moving in the direction in which you want to go. But we are not taught these things. Life skills, basic, no, we were not taught. Up to now, I'm a particular age, and I find remnants of some of those behaviors. Even though I say that I've worked on myself, still you see some traces of that. It's still there. That's how we were raised. Every day you learn something new. technology and you say, oh, I can't do it, but you have to push yourself to do it. Somebody won't even touch it at all. Oh, hello, Miss H. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Okay, so I've talked a bit. I'll go to the two that we're talking about today, and it's loyalty and integrity. So when we talk about loyalty, it's a devotion to a country, a philosophy, or a person, right? So it's almost like someone who is loyal remains firm in a friendship, right? Or support for a person or a thing. Like loyalty is very important. There's loyalty in, hello, Miss H. I said Miss H. Hello, what's Aisha? It's so important, like being loyal to people. But all these betrayals that we are seeing around, it's a lack of loyalty. So I'm friends with Sister Ajua. As soon as something happens, then I'll run to Sister Aisha and say, hey, do you know Sister Ajua, this? Why didn't I run to Sister Aisha when everything was good? And we do that a lot. So you see people crisscrossing, jumping from this camp to here, jumping over there. You become flaky. You're a chameleon. You're just adapting to all the situations around you because you don't have a stand. You don't have a stand to say, hey, I am loyal. I spoke about loyalty last week. So with this, whatever I'm talking about, 5% rising, whatever what, I got into some spaces because of Pastor P. And this is where I say that Pastor P does about 3 posts a day. I have to comment on 1 or 2. I don't hit all 3. I won't say I hit all 3 every day, but I can't pass by. That to me is loyalty. Yeah. So loyalty comes in different forms. Somebody who's been there for you, you don't betray them. Loyalty is when somebody is talking bad about a friend or somebody that you are close to, you defend them in their presence and in their absence. You don't, if you sit there and just listen to it, you are complicit. Yeah. So when I was talking earlier about, I remember this example, I think I've given it before, that to me, honesty, integrity, what I say behind you, I'll say in front of you. I gave this example last time. I believe that at work years ago, an old manager, we were standing around talking, one person, myself and another. It wasn't anything bad, but I made a comment about the manager soon after she popped by. And I said, oh, this is, so she came into our conversation. I said, oh, yeah, this is what we're talking about. And this is what I said about you. I wasn't afraid because I wasn't saying anything bad. But when you're a person and you do that, oh, that was under courage, the courage value. We are not very courageous people. We don't hold each other to account. This person is my friend, so when they are doing evil, I'll follow them. No. I've met people in the past where because they thought they were friends with me, I would pick sides. I don't go fight battles that are not my business. You have a fight with them. I don't. Till that person treats me as badly as you are saying, yeah, that's when I'll form my opinions. But till then, leave me to have my relationship and figure it out. When it comes and I go, oh, okay, I was told, yeah. So, and then of course, the thing is that a loyal person, they consistently demonstrate honesty, reliability, and integrity, right? And also they keep promises, they maintain confidence, they act ethically. And of course, there's they have allegiance, they are committed, and they have devotion. Do you have anybody in your life who exhibits all these traits to you? And are you also exhibiting these traits to them? So when we talk about being your unapologetic self, it's being true to yourself, examining all your values, the good, the bad, and the ugly, getting rid of the bad and the ugly, and standing firm by the good ones. Some of us cannot stand pressure. People give us pressure, so we whiffle, waffle, and we're all over the place. Wishy-washy is what Ya Russell had said when she was on, we are wishy-washy. So, I mean, how can you be your unapologetic self when you don't even know what you stand for? Look at our community loyalty from the top to the bottom. The leaders, are they loyal to the people who voted them in? Nope. It's each man for himself. Should I even say God for us all, or has it become the devil for us all? It's really quite amazing. And we as adults, we are responsible for training of the younger generation. Are we teaching them what loyalty is? What does loyalty mean to you? I don't know. I mean, I can talk and talk, but I get it's very it's so I don't know. I haven't met a lot of loyal people recently. And maybe I myself am not loyal. So, but you every day, if you want to live a meaningful life, you always have to hold yourself accountable. Yeah, go and get on it to a guide to taking responsibility and accountability for your own life journey. You are responsible for you. You are showing up in the world. You cannot show up as your unapologetic self when you don't have a value system that you live by or stand by. And we can sit here and talk and talk. You say, you people, you come and you are talking. We want to be listening to beef. Sometimes I wonder the people that I see on the beef platforms, 800, 1K. I'm like, okay, what is happening to the mind? Is that how you are programmed and you can't change it? You can't shift it? Oh, I'm bored. Let me go and find beef to listen to. We're all learning. Me, I won't sit here and say I'm holy and perfect. I go and I listen. I can listen for 5 minutes time to see what is being said. Lately, even I've restricted myself from certain places. Yeah, on TikTok because it's all the women this, women that, sex is all that we have on the mind. Like, hello? Those are just basic needs. I don't know if I remember my sociology or whatever, Maslow's, whatever, basic food, shelter, clothing, whatever. You have to rise up. And we are still here when people are making artificial meat or steak by machine, and we are sitting here still talking about empemuasem. Really? You think those people who are creating the steak too, they don't have empemuasem needs? They've risen above that. Hey, we are lost, really. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if anybody has any other comments on, let me see, integrity. I'm going to put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come on and share their 2 cents. Yeah, so I'll move on to integrity. I'm looking at the time here. So when we say integrity, all the anyway, let me keep quiet. I'm thinking about all the corruption that's going on. It's the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, like moral uprightness. This is what I stand for. And so you won't come to power. Look, when you look at the diaspora, the countries in the diaspora, a lot of times the people who are coming to lead these nations, they already have their family wealth. So it's not coming to be president that they are coming to chop money. Don't get me wrong, they also have their kululu that they do. It's very refined. Yeah, the end they're still in the developmental stages, it's crude, right? And also they behave ethically. They do the right thing even behind closed doors. Yeah. Don't do what, and yet, how do I call it? What does Tony call it? Yeah, look face, look face. When people are around you, behave whatever. And then when people are not around you, behave differently. There are people that who they are behind closed doors is the same when the door is open and they come out. Yeah. And so, these people, they follow a set of values. They are honest. They help others. they lead by example and they take responsibility. When we talk about responsibility, are we known for wanting to be, what do you call it? Who can you hold accountable or responsible in that, in our community? You know, it's just not, it's always somebody else has to do something for me. It's somebody's responsibility, it's not mine. Oh, how can I also live if, how can I also live if I don't do this corner business? Life is tough. I have to do this. So you that you are standing for the right, you say, you look at you, especially with the young girls these days. The mothers will say to them, look at your mates. They are coming home with cars and goods and this and that, and you are sitting there. What are you doing? You to go out and do this, this, this. And the young lady says, no, I respect myself. I value myself. I honor myself. I won't. And the parents don't understand it. So we've pushed ourselves into all kinds of things. Let me tell you something I saw yesterday. There's a lady who works in one of the ministries in Ghana, apparently, and she's gotten caught in this scam. I think she got a card, an ATM card from one of the banks, and then she goes there and she's withdrawing money from people's account. So apparently what happened is that I think she's hacked the account, so that's why she's able to pull money off. And then she gets to the machine the one day, and because they become aware of it, her card was not, it didn't come out. Of course, she had the nerve to go in there and say, what right do you people have to hold on to my card and this and that? And they said to her, oh, yeah, we've also been looking for you. We've been waiting for you. Yes, I'm live. We've been waiting for you, right? And so I'm asking myself, what happened to this person? Is this a person of integrity? Nanako said, we're live, please. Is this a person of integrity? If you had integrity, would you go and scam people? Anyway, I don't know. So what is your take on it? Yeah, I've said a lot. It's 11:53. So if you want to call, you can call. Otherwise, I will start the commercials. Let me see. Let me try and bring up the number. I put the link in the chat too if you want to come and share some opinions. Yeah, if you are there, you can add on anything I may have missed, or if you have any additions. Okay, let's see. Nanako says you make sense for the right ones. Yeah, it's not everybody who listens to the message is not for everybody, but it's just so sad that it is 2023. I remember in 2000, all the hula baloo, hey, blah, 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 Y2K, this and that. I didn't think we would have even moved 23 years later. Things are moving so fast, and we are still stuck in some of these certain conditions. We can't get ourselves out of it. Well, okay, well, it's commercial time. Let's start. So I will start with Sister Yaa'S Russell. She does a lot of, check her YouTube channels. She's into health and wellness, and she shares a lot of insights on her YouTube channel. And thank you. And she's also she's doing giving financial information out, financial advisor, just things to know about your taxes, saving. Please patronize her videos. She's on TikTok and she's also on YouTube. And I believe her social media handle is Yaa'S Russell's Hints. I may not be quoting that right. Sorry, yeah. As well, she has a book coming out. She'll be launching it on October 23rd, which is her birthday. And so the book is Echoes of Echoes from the Chronicles of YBBR. She may have switched the title around, but she'll make that available for us. So I have the pleasure of, reviewing and editing that book, and it is powerful. I would encourage you to support her by going on Amazon and getting your copy when she launches the book. Thank you. When she launches the book. So I'll move to Sister Ajua Odo. She does a Brabomunsem on Fridays. Yesterday she was not able to be on. I believe she's on today with Osofo Samuel Okoso. Osofo is very knowledgeable. They do marriage talks. They share different insights, different angles, different aspects of, the marital relationship, the society, what have you. Last week was on how addictions, gambling, what have you affects our relationships. So watch out. I'm sure there'll be a banger coming on tonight, this afternoon. And that is 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's 1:30 my time, Mountain Standard Time. Moving along, this thing here is, these people, they think I need help, so they've come to put a help. Okay, I'm trying to pull something up. Give me a sec. Sister Ajodo has a book coming out, and here it is. Unveiling My Life, a guide to breaking free and reclaiming control of my life. So, Auntie Yaa'S Onet Academy has the pleasure of presenting Miss Ajua. Let's take this banner off for now so we can see whatever we are doing. This book is actually, yes, Unveiling My Life, my guide to breaking free and reclaiming control of my life. If you've ever gone through trauma, this is the book that you must read. You'll get valuable insights from it. So I've been working with Sister Ajuod over the last 6 months, and here we are. So currently, she's publishing the books. Yes, she's publishing the books. Watch out for it. Her birthday is September 17th. It's her jubilee, and so that is the launch of the book. Okay. So I will pull that down and go to the next one. I'm not very coordinated today. All right. And so I'll go to Dr. Hey, Pastor P. They said you're my fraud doctor. I'll go to Pastor Patience Edwards. Pastor P is an ASEA advocate. ASEA does a lot of things. It's good for your gut health. It helps with Crohn's disease. There's lots of people, just overall bodily health and function, please contact her for your needs. She's doing a lot of marvelous things for people. And the thing about us, before, is we don't like to pay for things that will benefit us. Yeah, there's ASEA gel. I use that a lot. I use it for my throat, my knees, my hands. Contact her and she'll help you. As well, Blue Bridges Coaching. What can I say about Blue Bridges Coaching? Pastor P is a very firm, direct. She's compassionate, but you will do the work. And yes, I did counseling with her and I can speak for her. I can vouch for her totally. Go to Blue Ridges Coaching and read my review. That's all that I can say. And this is the thing about us as a people. When somebody does something for you, you need to appreciate it. You need to tell others about it. And you need to be grateful. We should stop this business of looking and just passing by. If somebody puts something out that speaks to you, appreciate it, make a comment. This is how you encourage people to move. Maybe even that person will inspire you. Oh, gee, look at them. They are doing that. Maybe I can try too. Do you know that there are a lot of people who find it extremely difficult to turn on the camera and come and speak? It's because of some of these things that we talked about. Oh, be humble. If you go and stand in front of the camera, you become a homosexual. You can't do it. This and that, right? There's no courage, there's no toughness, there's no, I can do it spirit. I've said that. I've been in environments where I was shut down. I was in those environments. It's not somebody specifically said to me, I'm shutting you down, but the environment creates it. You can't do anything. When I got out of those spaces, here I am. When I turn on my camera, who's going to come and say, stop talking? I won't listen. And so far, actually, I haven't had anybody really making rude comments under any of my videos per se. If it's something that I think, well, yeah, I've had one. I shouldn't forget, but hey, we live and learn. So, yeah. So, Blue Bridges Coaching, please patronize Blue Bridges Coaching. As well, I'll go to Sister Sika Educates. She does educational programs, um, always putting out bangers. Every so often too, she does webinars. There's a lot of material. Go there, go through the videos. You get a lot of insights. There's also Sister Awomrekwa Lunchtime Talks. Sister Awomrekwa has been off for a bit because she has had a bereavement in the family, very sad situation. If you haven't reached out to her yet, please do and offer her your support. Is there anybody else that I am missing? I will go on to talk about the programs that we do on, oh yes, Miss Sage, sageshare.com. Please contact Miss Sage for your needs. She has these lovely t-shirts, map of Ghana, map of Africa, other things, clothing, jewelry, there's shea butter creams. If you want to see the real promos on Miss Sage's products, please watch Sister Ajua Odomensa. She does a fine job of it. Yes, so please do that. Miss Sage has also been with us here since the beginning of this program. She always shows up no matter what, so thank you. And so we'll go on to, if I've missed anybody, sorry, I sincerely apologize. I will watch my list and update myself for next week. But let's carry on with the programs that we do here on Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner. So we do our Saturday Facebook Lives. Our Saturday Facebook Lives, we do them twice a month. So it's not every other week. Depending on what is going on, I may shift it around. Like right now, this morning, I realized that I may not be available September 23rd. I have to confirm that. So if not, and the 30th too may be the same. So there's a likelihood that we'll be back next week, but I'll confirm. I'll put something out after I confirm. And then also we have various videos that I put out based on my 5 books. And I think I'm doing a better job now of, what do you call it? Talking about the books, because I try to do a video from something from the book, and then at the end I say get your copy. I share the link, so it's out there. Please support this endeavor. So the first book is Reflections for a Thirsty Soul, that came out in 2020. It's a motivational, inspirational book. It's just different stories, and there's biblical verses to reflect on and all that. Yeah. The Beauty of a Woman's Heart is my second book that came out in 2021. Women, we're always nurturing, taking care of everybody under the sun but ourselves. And when we choose to stand and take care of ourselves, you're made to feel guilty, because the Ghanaian woman is the superwoman, the workhorse. She's everything under the sun. Yeah. Tell somebody about it. Read this book, please. Please read it. Give it to your girl child to read it, to motivate her and inspire her to be a better version of herself. The third book is Refreshing for My Weary Soul. It's a devotional. I take a scripture from the Bible and I share my insights about it. Like I talk about the story of Naaman and his near missed opportunity because of his pride. And it took a little servant girl, and nobody would say, to direct him to the right path. And also in there, there's a section called Practical Nyamisem. I take insights about how I see the way we worship back home. Yeah, so it's an interesting read. The fourth book is Own It, which came out in 2022 last year. It's a guide to taking accountability and responsibility for our own life journey. We come from an environment, hey, before I came to Canada, everything was done for me. And then I came here and I had to figure myself out. It's called owning it. Own it. Yeah, the life is yours. Don't let people bully you to accepting their rules for life. You create your rules and live by it, good ones. The fifth is my unapologetic self, a guide to being real and living life on my own terms. Yes, when you figured out who you are, you can live unapologetically. It doesn't matter what people will say, they will always say it. As for the naysayers, they are there. The naysayers are around, they haven't left, they will never leave. It is you who needs to get a backbone. Yeah. And say, no matter what it is, look, I've had a lot of things in my time, but they forget that there's a commercial that said the Energizer battery that doesn't stop or whatever it is. I'll push and push and push. I had an example of somebody tried to belittle me once. Yeah, they belittled me on a Facebook Live. Behind the scenes, they were doing it. I got so deflated. I thought to myself, what am I doing? This and that. I had to talk to myself and said, no, get past it, keep moving. So yeah, um, so that is it. This week, watch out for the videos that I put out. And also, I put all kinds of questions out. Just interact with it, share your views. That's how we all grow and learn. I'm open to learning. I learn a lot from people's comments. With that, I think, oh, yes, let's not forget. Last but not the least is Auntie Yaa'S Owned Academy. So we provide life coaching, women empowerment, and then book coaching and publishing. Sister Jodo has done her story. A lot of times when you're a Ghanaian and you put your stuff out, your own people will look at it and swing by. Can this be done? Is it possible? Yes, we've done it. So what is your story? Do you want it to be told? Listen, we listen to people. I was listening to Michelle Obama's latest book a few months ago, and she was talking about being the tall girl. And I could relate to the story totally. Yeah. So you think your story is not interesting? Put it out there. It will resound with somebody. That's how we make a difference in life. Stop sitting around. Do you want to be one of those people who go to the grave without realizing their potential? You've heard that the graveyard, is the most talented place in the world. Yeah, unfulfilled dreams all packed in there, gone forever. Don't be one of them. So come and tell your story. Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner is here to serve and support you. So with that, the commercial hour is over. I will go back here. Let's see. Okay, I have a few comments. Let me read them and then we'll see. Okay. Sister Adjoa says most of us create more problems than solving them based on our understanding and emotional intelligence. Yes, yes, like I say, we were not taught when we see two people fighting outside, giddy, giddy, boo, 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 we think that is the way to be. So you, the one who's worked on yourself and you have the emotional intelligence, you come and you approach things a certain way, they look at you that, oh, you are weak. No, no. There's ways, there's ways to put people in their places without being rude. Yes, I developed it to a fine tea when I worked with Mrofono. I tell you nicely, and then we all laugh, and away we go. And so they'll tell you, yes, she'll tell you the truth any day. Huh. And so, oh, where's Yara? So, yeah, she came on. Nanako says she was on. She's at work. So she came on at the beginning for 10 minutes. And then, great to hear Canadian slangs from the USA. Then Canadian slangs. Oh, I still have my Ghana accent. Why, mommy? Yes. Oh, no problem. You are welcome. She says, you're doing good as I commented. And then I shared the video. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, that's one thing. Share the videos. Share the video, Yeah, anyway. And he says, greetings, astute author. Thank you. So, yes, nobody has come on yet. So I take it that is it. Yeah. We've been talking today about, let's go to the beginning. My Unapologetic Self series. And we said, are our values enhancing or inhibiting our lives? So we've talked about what values are, why they are important. I spoke about categories of values, and then I gave examples and talked about some of them. So you figure it out. Are these values enhancing or inhibiting? When we look at some of the things that are happening in our community, I would say that they may be inhibiting. Those who've chosen the good path, their lives are being enhanced. But those who choose not to, well, it's something else. Yeah. And so we've talked about loyalty and integrity. I touched on it as best as I could, but these are key ones. So next time we'll be back to talk at length about some of the other values, to talk in details about it. So I thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you all. Thank you for your ongoing support. And please continue to patronize this page. Let's all support one another. If you see, oh, hello. You know what? I read that. I saw Nana, but I didn't read the whole thing. I thought I was reading Nana Kose's comment. Hello, Nana Araba. Thanks for joining us. So we are ending. Please patronize Adjo Odo's platform this afternoon. 1:30 Mountain Standard Time, 3:30 Eastern. 1:30 plus 6 is what? 7:30 Ghana time, 8:30 BST. Okay? And watch out for the posts and videos in the coming week on this platform. So take care of yourselves. Thank you all again. We appreciate you. So the challenges and difficulties continue because many people do not want to change. Comfort zone syndrome. That is a good one. Exactly. Exactly. Yes. I think that would make a good topic. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. God bless you. Have a blessed weekend. Okay. Bye for now.